Hi, I'm Karen from the Center for Plant-Based Living right here in St. Louis, Missouri, and this is the Plant-Based Quick Cooking Show, where every week I bring you a new recipe that has both 7 ingredients or less, and we do it in under 30 minutes. Let's get started. Okay, it's fall and I'm so excited. It's root vegetable season, and one of my favorite root vegetables, it didn't used to be, is the beet. I love beets, and guess what? I don't cook with any oil. So we're gonna learn how to roast these little guys today without any oil. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just take off the bottom, and then I'm also going to take off those greens. Save your greens, you'll use them. Now, with just a simple vegetable peeler, I'm going to take off the skin and cut this into bite-sized pieces. And don't forget to wear your food-safe gloves because this will dye your hands red. And wear something black too, or at least dark colored. Okay, we're gonna do this. I've peeled both of the beets and I've already chopped one of them. So I'm just going to throw it into this mixing bowl. And there's a lot of water in beets, just like there's a lot of water in all plants. So keep a towel around, one that you don't mind staining, of course. And let's go ahead and put in the juice of 1/2 lemon. Beets have kind of a earthy, woody taste. So we want to brighten it up with a little bit of citrus. Not too much, but just a half will do the trick. And what the heck, we'll go ahead and cut this other one too. Now it doesn't really matter what size or shape that you cut any of these pieces, but you want to make sure that they're uniform so that all of your little bites are finished at the same time. Okay, throw those in there. Give that a couple chops. Those are nice and small. Now, of course, the smaller that you chop these, the faster they will cook. But remember, red beets especially are very, very dense, so they will take a little bit of time in the oven. Now we have the acid in there to kind of brighten everything up. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of vegetable broth. Remember, I'm not doing any oil. So it's just a little bit of vegetable broth. We're just going to bathe them in this liquid. And if you want, you can add some of your favorite herbs. Now we have a fall vegetable in there, root vegetable, and rosemary always reminds me of the fall too. And these are actually just straight out of our garden here at the Center for Plant-Based Living. You can use dried, that's fine. If you'd rather just do a little bit of S&P, salt and pepper, that would be good too. I'm just gonna chop these up and throw them right into our bowl. So all we have in here is lemon, vegetable broth, our beets, and a little bit of spices, so rosemary today. Give them a nice little bath, and then put them on a parchment lined paper pan, and take them out and just put them right there on your pan. Now the reason I don't use any oil, or I try not to use too much oil in any of my cooking, is because per tablespoon, it's 120 calories per tablespoon. That's 100% fat and no fiber. So when you're adding oil to any of your dishes, your dressings, salad dressings, anything like that at home, just kind of remember that that's what's happening. Just something I like to think about. Now, so that our beets don't become really dry because we're not using oil, we want to make sure we cover them with some aluminum foil, or if you just have an oven-safe dish that has a lid to it, a tight-fitting lid, that'll be fine too. Now we're nice and tight. I'm going to throw these in the oven at 375 degrees for about 45 minutes, and if they're fork ready, then they're ready. Otherwise, I'll give them another 5 or 7 minutes or so. Be right back. I have just pulled our beets out of the oven and they are perfect. I used a fork just to pierce one, and I tried one earlier too, and the taste is fantastic, just on point. And they're not dried out at all, of course, because we put the foil on top to keep that moisture in there. So all I'm going to do now is just throw a little bit on top of our beet greens. Remember, those were attached. Use them. Put them on top. Easy, easy. You could just eat them just like this if you'd like, or you can use those greens. And I have some balsamic reduction that I've made, or you can buy it. And then you just drizzle that on top, and you've got a nice little fall easy salad. Thanks for sticking with me today, and I'll see you next week on another episode of the Plant-Based Quick Cooking Show.